Hi, my name's Lee Lubin. Welcome to your practice. Let's go ahead and play. Surf those internal waves. We'll start lying on our backs and it will be less movement for you if you start with your head facing towards the screen. But if that doesn't work for you, that's just fine. Go ahead and start lying on the back. Take the next exhale or so out the mouth. Then bring your hands to your hip points on the front of your body. Just so you can feel, bring the legs closer into neutral. And as you're ready, reach out the left heel. It stays on the ground. The leg just slides down like a couple millimeters. And on your exhale, let it soften back in. Opposite side through the right. So on your inhale, you get a little longer through one side. And on exhale, it comes back in. Letting the mind's eye look at the body with internal awareness, compassion, and acceptance. Wherever's sticky is okay. Wherever's blank is okay. Wherever slides and glides is just fine. The next time you reach out, the right heel will be your last. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs, and noticing the little aftermath of those movements. Slowly being gentle with the body will bring the arms to goalposts out on the sides of your body. As you're ready, let the left arm reach overhead, turning the palm in towards the midline as it comes, and then letting it slide back. Opposite side, the right, so the palm turns in towards the midline, the thumb down as the arm extends. The mind's eye is watching what's going on in each shoulder joint, maybe in the side body. With compassion, acceptance, and humor. It's all just fine, even if it's sticky, even if it's blank, even if it's a little agitated. If you have further to go, as you reach out the left arm, reach through the left heel, getting long through the side of the body, and then everything rebounds into center. Extending away from the center of your body and coming back in. The center of our body, the center of gravity, is around the low belly, a little below the belly button. So you're reaching equal distance away from that. Down the leg, up the arm. The next time the right arm and right leg extend will be your last. As you come back into center, you can rest. Taking a moment there. Then we'll bend the knees, bring the feet to the outside of the sticky mat, about 2 feet from the bottom. And let both knees knock towards your right. Arms can come to a T. On exhale, back to center. On inhale, the opposite side. Watching as you go back and forth, as the body really slowly and gently starts to loosen. The body's feeling tense and hard. We're really nurturing as we work our way in there. You can interlace the hands behind the head. You can bring the legs back to center. If you have further to go, as the legs go to the right, the elbow and the torso will go towards the left. So you'll get a side bend On inhale, coming up. On exhale, the other way. Sliding and slithering with compassion, acceptance, and humor, watching the body slowly unravel. The next time the legs come to the left and the elbow to the right will be the last. Come back into center, extend the legs. Take a moment here. And then rolling onto your belly. Stack one hand on top of the other underneath the forehead. Tuck the toes underneath. Lift the knees and walk the toes towards the face so they don't get very far. Engage the quads, squeezing the muscles in the upper thighs. Push into the forearms. Inhale to lift. Looking for length from the pubic bone to the belly button. On exhale, lower. Walk the toes towards the nose. Push into the forearms to rise up into a cobra modification. On exhale, lower. One more time. The spot that's getting long in the low belly is where we'll be expanding from today. Coming down, resting, letting the feet rest for a moment. And bringing the hands under you, pushing up through a half plank or a full plank. And we will meet in seated. Let's have both legs come over to the left. If you need a block, go ahead and grab one to sit on. We have some technical issues. There we go. So the legs come over to the left. Left hand to the right leg, right hand behind you. On your inhale, grow tall, unwinding, and on your exhale, twisting. Letting the breath and the movements be soft as you continue this. Exploring any sticky spots with compassion, acceptance, and humor. One more time like that. The next time you inhale, you'll come all the way back in, and we'll switch to the other side. Right hand comes to the anywhere on the left leg, left hand comes behind you. Both feet are on the right sides of the buttocks. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, very gentle twist. Inhaling, getting tall, some more space. Exhaling, twisting. 2 more times. Letting yourself gently, compassionately tease some space into the body. The next time you come back to center will be your last. We will transition to a lunge with the left leg forward. And let the foot be a little bit forward of the knee, hands to the waist. And rock yourself forward and back. Noticing the sensation change in the hip. Keep the gaze soft. It's like the little movements are massaging space into the body. The next time you come up will be your last. And then we'll let the leg come about halfway out to the side. So it'll be off the sticky mat, a little bit to the side. And now you're going out to the side. You might need to roll the mat and pad the grounded knee. Teasing space in. The next time you come up, you'll bring the leg way out to the side. So your heel's about in line with your knee. And we'll go back and forth a few times. Watching any sticky spots. Moving compassionately. It will soften. we'll just be patient. And if it doesn't, it's okay. Coming all the way over, bring the elbow to the knee, left elbow to the knee, or hand to the block or the floor or the thigh. Top arm overhead, palm face down. Can also be straight up towards the ceiling. Taking a few breaths here. Watching the breath flood in to the right side. Bringing that right arm up, pushing yourself up. We'll bring that knee in and we'll switch to the other side. I'll do it this way this time. Right foot goes forward, left foot goes back. Hands to the waist. So the mind's eye can watch the rock in and the rock out. As if your movements are gently massaging the muscles. Letting things soften. The next time you come up, you'll bring the foot out about 45 degrees to the side. The heel can be a little forward of the knee so that as you rock, you have space. This might get into a different spot in the hip, in the groin. Practicing and moving with compassion and acceptance for any tight spots. It will soften when it does. As you come up, bringing the foot right out to the side. If you need a block, have one handy. You can let the heel be a little forward of the knee to begin and go back and forth. Noticing the sticky spots and seeing if the little movements help ease in space, softness. And if not, have a sense of humor about it. Some things just want to hang on for a little while. When you come up, you might bring the heel in a little bit, the right heel, lengthen forward, right elbow to the knee, or hand to the floor, block, or shin. Top hand tips, sky or overhead. Watching the breath flood into the left side. To come out of the pose, let the left hand pull you back up, turn the knee in, bring it to neutral, and we will come into a downward facing dog. Inhale onto tippy toes, exhale, let the hips scoot back and up. Then find your center, which is a little below your belly button. And from your center, let everything above, below, soften away from it. Find your center, a little below your belly button and your pelvis, and let everything soften away from it. Beautiful. On your next exhale, let's step the left foot forward, turn the right heel down, setting up for triangle pose. Have a block, if you want one, handy. Top hand to the waist or to the sky. So front foot straight forward, back foot turns slightly in. On your exhale, sweep the top arm down. On your inhale, pull across your arm, across your heart, watching your heart open as the arm extends. On exhale, coming into the hand towards the floor. On inhale, like you pull across your heart and open it. One last time. The next time you come into the pose, stay. Find your center in your low belly. From that center, let everything soften away from it. Taking a couple breaths here, feeling the softness and space of moving away from the center. On your next inhale, push through the feet to rise up. Turn the toes in more than the heels. Interlace the hands behind you and take it to a wide-legged forward fold. You can always let the hands rest on the ground and stay here. Or let the belly move towards the left leg. Let the right shoulder open. The heart opens towards me. The belly opens towards me or towards the long side of your sticky mat. On exhale, lowering down through the center. The belly moves towards the right thigh. The left shoulder lifts and opens towards the ceiling, so the heart and the belly open towards the long side of the sticky mat. On exhale, folding back in and down to the center. Inhale, halfway, knuckles straight up towards the ceiling. On exhale, folds. Shaking the head out. Finding the center and letting everything soften away from that. Feeling the grace, the compassion, the acceptance that softening helps create. Releasing the hands back to the sacrum, walking the hands back and then to the floor, walking the hands towards the front of the mat, turning the feet in towards the front, downward facing dog, vinyasa, or child's pose. Couple breaths there. When you're in child's or dog waiting, find the center below the belly button and let everything expand away from it. As you're ready, we'll meet with the right foot forward in triangle pose. The back heel turns in and grounds. Right hand to the block or the floor, left hand to the waist or the sky. On your exhale, sweep the top arm down towards the ground. And on your inhale, like your hand is pulling across your arm like a glove across your heart and opening. 2 more times. Feeling the heart expand. With compassion and acceptance of what is. Once you come into the pose, stay. And then find your center below the belly button, your center of gravity, and from there let everything soften away from it, up, down, sideways. Soften the tongue and the mouth. Soften the jaw. Breathe. Softening away from that center and letting your body respond. On your next inhale, push through the feet to rise all the way up. Turn the toes in more than the heels. Interlace the hands behind you and then switch the lace so it feels awkward. Inhale to grow tall, exhale to fold. You can surely stay with the hands on the floor in this wide-legged fold, or let the belly move towards the right leg and the left shoulder pulls the chest and belly open towards the long side of the sticky mat. On your exhale, you cascade down back into the center. Belly drifts towards the left. Right shoulder pulls open towards the ceiling, so the belly and chest open. On exhale, you cascade down into the center. Inhale halfway, knuckles straight up towards the sky. Exhale, folds. As you're in the pose, notice your center. underneath the belly button in the pelvis somewhere. From there, let everything soften away from that. Up, down, sideways. Hands can come back to the sacrum, then to the floor, walking the feet, hands towards the front of the mat, turning the feet forward, stepping forward to a forward fold. Inhale halfway, low back goes in and up. Exhale, folds. Hands come to the floor and step or jump to plank or to chaturanga and lower all the way down onto your belly. Have the arms extended, palms face towards each other. As you're ready, push the left hand, the right foot into the mat to lift opposite leg and arm. On inhale. On exhale, you push down into the earth through the opposite hands and leg so the other side glides up. 2 more times, side to side. One last set. Letting everything move away from that center. Bringing the hands back under the shoulders. Pull the shoulders away from the floor. Plank or half plank, downward facing dog. Breathing. You can be in child's as well. Find that center in the pelvis and let everything above and below it move away. So the body oozes into space and ease. As you're ready, we'll meet with the left foot forward, warrior one. Back heel grounds. You can always come to standing to transition and bring the right foot back, hands to the waist or arms to the sky. Soften the tongue in the mouth and let the gaze either be down or slightly up. Yogi's choice. Feel the center in the pelvis and then let everything move away from that. You might feel a wave of compassion, of space, of acceptance through the body. You might feel nothing and be agitated, which is normal and fine. One more time, tap into the center and let everything soften and ooze and expand away from it. On your next exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog, vinyasa or child's pose. When you come into stillness, let everything expand away from the pelvis, the center of the pelvis. Then we'll meet with the right foot forward in warrior one. Back heel grounds. Rising up, feel free to step forward into standing and then come back to meet us with the left foot. Hands can always be to the waist. Let the gaze either be down at the floor or slightly up. Notice the center in the pelvis and let everything expand away from that. So you feel an oozing, a softening, a wave of space. One more time, finding the center of the pelvis, the center of gravity, and let everything expand away from that. Taking one more breath here. And then hands come down, step back, downward facing dog, vinyasa or child's pose. As you're ready, we'll meet on our bottom. So you may come to the knees, First, you may come another way. And the hands will be fingertips either out to the sides or facing towards you, not back. To the sides is probably easiest for this one. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. And actually, I take it back. The fingers can be back because it helps to walk in. So you can walk in quite a bit to get the sensation in the left hip. Keep the left foot strongly flexed. And from the belly, see if you can soften above and below it. Noticing if that creates any more space. Whether it does or not, meet the reaction with compassion and acceptance. To come out of this pose, we'll walk the hands quite a ways back. Let the whole leg package drift over to the right. So the left foot standing on the ground. Walk your hands forward a little bit. Left hand comes to the inside of the left leg anywhere. The right hand comes behind you and you twist. Finding that center in the belly and letting expansion away from that help you find space and ease in the pose. On your next inhale, unraveling back to the neutral, walk the hands back so that you can bring the leg back up the way you came. Set the foot down. Opposite side, right ankle crosses over the left knee. Walk your hands in. Keep the right foot strongly flexed. Walking the hands in, you can let the low back lift in and up, and you get quite a bit in there, in the hip. Then find your center in the low belly and let everything above and below that soften and ooze away. If you hit resistance, like I did on this side, meet it with compassion and acceptance. And then try again, finding the low belly and letting everything move and ooze away from that. To come out of this pose, we'll walk our hands back quite a bit so there's no sensation in the hip. Let the whole leg package drift towards the left so you're standing on the right foot. Walk the hands in a little bit. Right hand comes to anywhere on the inside of the right leg. Left hand sets up behind you for a twist. There's lots of space in the belly, so that as you bring your awareness into the low belly, you can let softness and acceptance expand away from it. A few more breaths here. Slowly unraveling to where you started. Walk the hands back towards the back of your mat a little bit so you can bring the legs back up the way you came. Undoing. And we'll take seated with the right foot out to the side, well out to the side, right toes up, right knee up, left foot in. You might need a block handy, some of you. Bringing the right hand to the top of the left thigh as close to the hip point as possible. pushing that down and away from you to bend the right elbow. If it's far away, use a block. And then the left arm goes to the sky or overhead. Find the center, the low belly, and let everything in every direction lengthen away. So you feel yourself ooze into space and softness. To come out of the pose, let the top hand, the left, rotate towards the floor, slide it back into the midline to help push you up. You'll lean back so there's no weight on your knees as you undo, extending the left leg out to the side. The right foot comes in to tree pose. Knee up, toes up. Left hand to the base of the right thigh. You might need a block if you have more space to fill. Push down into your left thigh, push it away from you to bend the elbow. Right hand to the sky or right arm overhead. Palm face down if it's overhead. Find the center in your low belly. And then let everything ooze and expand softly away from that, which might bring you into more sensation. It might not happen at all, which is fine. Inviting the idea of softness, even if it hasn't arrived yet. Being okay with whatever is today. It's only today. Letting the top hand cartwheel down towards the floor, sliding it back into the midline. To help you up, lean back to take the weight off the knees, and we'll meet on our back. Setting up for bridge pose, feet close to the butt as wide as the outer hips. Inhale to rise up, and exhale to lower down. Doing that at least one more time. Yogi's choice, you can keep doing that, or you can come up and stay up. Feel free to walk the arms underneath or grab onto the edges of the sticky mat and pull. Regardless of where you are, even if you're lying on your back, find the center in the belly and let softness and ease expand away from that. On your next exhale, lowering the hips, hugging the knees in, maybe swaying a little bit side to side. Sometimes I like to let one knee move towards me and one away from me, almost like I'm walking with the knees. Feeling a little massage on the sacrum and the back side. Any additional movements you'd like before you find yourself all set up for Shavasana. If you need another twist, feel free. But please do something symmetrical when you arrive. When you come into Shavasana, letting space and ease spread out through the body. Letting the bottom lip consciously soften from the upper lip. The corners of the eyes soften. The brain softens towards the back of the skull. Focus dissolves. You are completely supported. the mind begins to quiet and ease. The ego releases, and you may be left floating in your own amazing beauty to receive Shavasana. Gently allowing awareness to drift back into the breath and eventually into the body. Inviting any movements you'd like back into the body. As you're ready, bending both knees, rolling onto the right side, taking a few complete and luxurious breaths on your side. Using both hands to push yourself up to any comfortable seated position. Feel free to sit on something so that it's easy to sit upright. You can let the hands rest anywhere that's comfortable when you arrive at heart center in Anjali Mudra, or place both hands over the heart. Taking a few breaths, breathing into the heart as if it could expand three-dimensionally. Breathing in compassion and acceptance for whatever is. As your heart expands three-dimensionally, let it fill with compassion and acceptance for whatever is. Letting the hands go to any comfortable position or heart center in Anjali Mudra. Take the next exhale out the mouth, letting go. Shift will happen when it's the right time. Space will happen when it's the right time. May there be seeds of peace, and may all beings be at peace. Namaste.